Hey guys, Barnyard Engineering here, and take a look at what I just picked up. This is 100 cc's of Scandinavian Fury here. This is the McCulloch ProMac 1000. It's actually a Partner P100 that was rebadged by McCulloch when they decided they needed a bigger saw in the 1970s. And in its day, this thing was a screaming beast. My dad had a Partner P85 that he cut firewood for the family for many years with. He hated the thing. It was heavy, it was loud, but it would go through just about anything. And it kept us warm for many years. Even though it didn't like to stay running all the time. It'd get warm and it'd quit, and he'd move on to the other saw for a while and just keep swapping back and forth. But that was a P85. It was an old, early P85 too. But this one, yeah, I just picked this up off of my local Craigslist here. It's got the 3/4 wrap handle. As you can see, not a bad looking old saw. The guy used it on an Alaskan lumber mill, but it was getting too hard for him to pull. He's getting up there in years, I guess, and you know, he looked to me like he was in his mid-60s. But the real kicker here is I'm not going to tell you what I paid for it. I didn't pay the going price. That's all I'm going to say about it. Looks, God, what is that for a bar? I got my graduated cutting mat here on the bench. Let's see. I would call that a 28-inch bar. What do you think? That's a 28 right there. And it's overhang in the end here just a hair bit, and it's just a hair short of 28. I'd call that a 28-inch bar. I don't see the writing on the bar here anywhere, but it is a McCulloch labeled bar. Only thing's missing, it's missing the chain brake handle and the tightener. But I do have some resources where I might be able to find those parts. I tried to pull this thing over. I haven't run it yet. And obviously I'm in the basement. I'm not going to run this thing, especially down here. But no, I'm not gonna. I tried to pull it when I was there, and I just about pulled myself right off my feet. I got it to pop over, but man, I would just judging going by other saws I've pulled on. This one is, boy, I think she's probably got about 180 pounds of compression. But yeah, this is the biggest saw I've owned. I do have this affliction called CAD. It stands for Chainsaw Acquisition Disorder. Yeah, it's been in remission for a couple of years. I pretty much had all the McCullochs that I really wanted. That's what I primarily collect, by the way. I have a handful of some 10 series McCullochs, because that was actually the other chainsaw my dad used. I've got his Mac 1010, plus I have some other 10 series that I've picked up here in the last few years. But anywho, this is my cat has been in remission for a couple of years, and I just happen to be going over the local Craigslist on my daily walkthrough and in the farm and garden, and I saw a McCulloch chainsaw. And there's been one in there for quite some time now that the guy, he wanted a bucket load of money for this Home Depot deal. It was just one of those cheapy box store Chinese, Japanese, whatever you want to call it, disposable McCulloch saws. He wanted like $150 for it, which is ridiculous because I don't think they cost much more than that new. But I saw that and I was looking at it and I says, oh great, I'm going to get pwned by this guy again, because I keep falling for the ad. I keep seeing, oh, McCulloch chainsaw, click on it, boom, there's the ad, and oh, it's the same piece of crap. Well, today was different. Today, I clicked on the ad and this baby popped in. One more scan back and forth here. But, yeah. No, I'm quite pleased with this. I'm going to try starting her up eventually and put some gas in. You know, check the carb, put some gas in it. I actually might even spring for a quart of that pre-mix stuff from the saw store, you know, that doesn't have the ethanol in it. Just so I got a proper pre-mix and good stuff to put in it. I know the guy said it was last run in '07, and he used it a lot on an Alaskan lumber mill, which is why there are no bucking spikes and why there is no handle for the chain brake. I'm going to have to pull that side cover off and see if the rest of the chain brake is in there. But, and I do have one bucking spike that I kind of absconded with off of a, what was that thing? I think it was a Partner R36 that I had for a little while. It was a big old beat up 85cc version of this. It was like its great granddaddy, in fact. The similarities were astounding, but it was a much earlier saw. I sold it on eBay and got soaked. Nobody wants those 80cc saws. Everybody wants the 100cc saws. I did the same thing with my dad's P85. We both wanted to see that thing gone. I got it, you know, I got it running again. It had a cooked piston in it, and I replaced the piston and cleaned up the bore and got her running good. And I says, okay, we're going to put this up and get what we can out of it. And I ended up getting soaked on that one too. More like, I made out even on that one, but that's okay. I have a little, it's not little, it's a 65cc saw. I've got a Partner R420, which is another rare machine. You know, you don't see a lot of them. The P series are the ones that you see, the newer ones, the P85s, the P100s. Those are the common ones, if you can call that particular brand common. And then there was a P65 or something like that. But the R series ones are earlier versions. And I got that R420, and it's really nice shape. Runs like a scalded ape. My God, that thing runs like a scalded ape. I bet that thing would keep up with any modern 65cc steel or Husqvarna professional saw out there. You know, when I bought it, it had like 165 psi on the compression, and this thing, man, like I said, I tried to pull it over. Phew. I have to get the compression on this sucker and find out what exactly we got going on in there, because it's beastly. Anyway, yeah, and if you notice there too, anybody that's familiar with the Partner saws, there's no compression release. I don't know how the heck they expect you to start these damn things, but, oh well. Hey, look, I've been prattling on for 8 minutes. Okay, well, hopefully I can put this up in one shot with no editing. This would be great. Yeah, I had to just do a little video on this sucker. This is kind of a coup de grace, but maybe we'll do some more later with her running. Anyway, yeah, see you later.